Okay, this is a direct continuation of where we just left off. This is awesome. Awesome story. Canadian Whitney McClintock. Her name divides by 3 by Divine Ordinance. In fact, it equals the first thing God created in the universe. Light in Hebrew is 9 times the 9th prime, this exact number. And she has a very special story. Talk about a very unique life where she was water skiing since 18 months. And of course, 18 months divides by 3 beautifully. She is a water skier. Water skier divides by 3. She was highlighted in the performance of the day. Every word divides by 3. And so pay attention to the performance of the day highlighted on CBC's website. So this whole thing divides by 3. It's a triple of the 24th prime double. It doesn't get any better. So water skier Whitney McClintock, good night. And she is stunning. I mean, just the level of practice and hours she has put in. Her legs look amazing. And what they do on those skis is out of control. And yet it's perfectly in control. I mean, the definition of all physical performance is something that's so out of control, yet it's totally in control. Everyone's just jaw is like hanging on the floor. Well, that's what I see in this fine lady, Whitney McClintock. The performance of the day is sponsored by Atoma. Well, you can solve Atoma. 50 glorifies the number 3. I've talked about it a million times. In third prime strokes, third prime letters, 6 prime strokes. And then the gold is at the center. The O is the only letter that divides by 3. Flanked in TM, which is 33, to make your double of triple eights. The A's are like trills, just like the word Africa, America, Austria, and all the rest of it. Pure 3s. Okay. Back to Whitney McClintock and water skiing. She does the slalom. That is her de facto first event. Slalom is a triple of triple eights. A slalom water skier equals the famous 201 of world history, the full birth name of Walt Disney, Britney Spears, Hans Zimmer, Bill Gates, Heitor de Silva Costa, the name of the plane Chuck Yeager was flying when he broke the speed of sound, Glamorous Glennis, and of course Chuck Yeager's full birth name is the exact same number, on and on and on. So a slalom water skier, 201. You can't have a water skier without the towboat. Well, towboat divides by 24, just like slalom, triple eight. Okay. Some famous words from water skiing. Hit it, they say. Now divides by 3 nicely. The rope in water skiing equals love. The handle that a water skier uses is a triangle. 1, 2, 3. I encourage you to just see every single 3 in this entire story that you're watching at all times. So when you watch a water skier, they've got that triangular, just like a pool cue, a pool rack, you know, a perfect triangle. They hold on right here, and then there's the 2 connectors to the rope. Rope equals love. And then ski, of course, in 3 letters divides by 3. Wakeboarding we solved a million times. That's the law of prime. I've talked about this before. Now there's another Canadian performer, Potvin, who's winning in Taekwondo. Hits it out of the park, smiles for several. Anyways, this is a very famous phrase that I got by watching videos. If you build it, they will come. Very famous phrase that everyone knows from the Field of Dreams. Well, stunningly of stunninglys, the first part divides by 3, the second part divides by 3, and they both differ by 3, those parts, 153 and 150, to make 303 perfectly in 24 letters. So, if you build it, they will come. It's a divine phrase that God ordained for his mathematical glory. I encourage you to watch this video. I would take you through the videos, but of course I want to be careful about you know, taking copyright and all that. Yet it's all for educational purposes, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. panam.cbdsc, but watch this one. Jacques Landry, fine, you can learn more about him, 333. Kurt Harnett, this is a very special one. Kurt Harnett is tracking all through these Pan Am Games, being a very famous Canadian cyclist. Very special name. He adds perfectly to the 54th prime, which equals love. 54 equals love. Very special, and he's all over this games. He's just so excited everywhere. And he has won 3 of Canada's 6 Olympic medals in cycling. More 3s coming at you. And of course his first name starts with 3. C. I'm telling you, you know, the glory of all names and everything under the sun. They were talking about the cycling. This is cool. We're in cycling land now. So they were talking about the cycling velodrome. That's the name of a venue for cycling. Well, can you find love in the velodrome? Of course. It's the first 4 letters perfectly. You're playing Scrabble with the king of the universe. The L and the O just switch places with the V and E. L-O-V-E, love, at the center of a velodrome. Amazingly, at the back, okay, this whole back end is 1 point higher than love. You know, composed of this, which is 51, 3 points, it's just like pure 3s. And that knits together with all sorts of other things that you can imagine, but you always find love in all these things. Track cycling divides by 3 and on and on and on. Back to gymnastics. I'm literally, there's so much gold, I'm just spewing this all over the place. It's like there's so much to gather, it's ridiculous. So this video is now approaching the 5-minute mark, so we're going to start a new one.